Jerry Nadler is the congressman for New York's 8th District, home to Ground Zero, and he joins me in studio now. Sir, it's good to have you here. And speaking for your constituents, how important was the successful elimination of Osama bin Laden? And also, how important is this presidential visit to your district today?
Well, the elimination of Osama bin Laden is of great importance. It's very rare in the history of a country that you have unadulterated, unabashed, unquestioned good news. It doesn't bring closure to people who still are missing someone at the dinner table whose relative was killed, but it does bring a certain amount of justice and a certain good feeling. It was very important. I'm glad it was done.
Sir, you're one of the strongest proponents for the 9/11 First Responders Bill that just made it through this lame duck session. So give us the very latest about the implementation of this law for the people that are desperate for this assistance. And I mean, we can't drive home the point that it's nearly 10 years later.
Well, there are two pieces to that bill. One is to provide proper health care monitoring and services to people who are sick because of the toxins in the air, who are injured, whose injuries didn't become clear till later. And second is for compensation for them, again, after the original compensation board ran out because their injuries weren't cleared then. We're now told by the Attorney General that after considerable pressure that this will be up and running by October 1st. We expect an administrator for the new Victims' Compensation Board, or the newly reopened one, to be appointed by then. We expect the system to be functioning by October 1st for all the survivors and the first responders.
Congressman, nearly every district in our nation has men and women serving overseas in the war in Afghanistan. Do you get the feeling back in Washington that the death of Osama bin Laden is impacting the conversation, especially when it comes to the level of troop withdrawals coming up in July?
Well, I think that discussion is just beginning, and I think, yes, it is impacting it, and I think it will impact it more greatly. Yes, quite a few of us are now saying that we invaded Afghanistan to eliminate al-Qaeda terrorist bases, which were planning mayhem against us. We did that in a week. We got rid of the Taliban government in about 2 weeks, and then the mission sort of changed to take over the country, install a friendly government. But now that Osama bin Laden is dead, and he wasn't even in Afghanistan, it makes the point that there's really no point in keeping a lot of troops in Afghanistan. We should declare victory and go home and reserve. I mean, the CIA says there are fewer than 50 to 100 al-Qaeda people in Afghanistan altogether, and we can much better serve the purpose of defending ourselves by reserving the right to attack a base, whether in Afghanistan or Pakistan or wherever, where they're plotting mayhem against us. We don't have to occupy the territory, and we don't have to, nor do we have the capability of trying to shape the government to one of our liking.
Congressman, I want to say thank you for joining us this morning. I know this is a symbolic and also a sad day, but a very important day for your district.
It's bittersweet.
It is. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you taking part of your morning to spend it with us.